Hey, it's Sam from Mindful, and you're listening to Snackable CX, the podcast all about taking big CX topics and making them, well, snackable. If you've been following along with our podcast each week, you're probably thinking, this intro feels a little bit different than previous episodes. And you're right. That's because today, I'm super pumped to introduce our first ever Snackable CX guest speaker, Meghan Hussey, one of our senior client success managers here at Mindful. Today, Megan's going to walk us through total experience, a newer concept that we consider to be the next evolution of customer interactions. So without further ado, here's Megan.
Hey y'all, Megan here, diving into a special snack on total experience. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Oh man, not another new concept I have to learn about related to customer experience. I get it. There's a lot of new ideas out there to keep up with, and it can get really overwhelming. But whether you're a product manager, contact center agent, or a VP, this guy is going to help you create the total experience framework, embracing the new and putting it into practice at your organization. We're going to make it easy to digest, just like a good snack should be. So let's start with a textbook definition to lay the foundation here. Gartner, a global research and advisory firm known for publishing their top tech trends every year, they've identified total experience as a strategic technology trend that will have the potential to drive significant disruption. And they define total experience as combining multi-experience, customer experience, employee experience, and user experience to transform business outcomes. The central idea of total experience is that no experience operates in a vacuum. The goal is creating a seamless and connected experience with all of the disciplines I just mentioned, acknowledging how they influence and impact one another. Here at Mindful, we've been transforming the customer experience since waterfalls topped the Billboard charts. That's the year 1995 for all the non-TLC fans out there. We patented the hang up and we'll call you back when it's your turn in line idea, and since the 1990s, we've evolved from a callback company to the leading provider of total experience solutions, addressing the customer and agent experience at every touchpoint. But why should you care about a total experience? The organizational structures that have been in place for many, many years now, they've created silos with customer experience and employee experience running independently of each other, and user experience grouped in as a subset of customer experience. And with this, communication gets lost. They're all basically doing their own thing, and it's not cohesive. And if you don't evolve your business model and operations, you risk losing competitive advantage to those who are putting in the work to embrace these new philosophies. So let's start this journey through total experience by taking a deeper dive into each of the disciplines. And as you learn about each, start thinking about your own organization and where you can make changes to create quick wins. Kicking things off, the employee experience. Employee experience and customer experience, they're more connected now than they've ever been. With the Great Resignation, millions of people have been leaving their jobs in record numbers. Just in February 2022 alone, over 4 million Americans quit their jobs. And the reasons that they're leaving? Well, the pay is too low, there's no advancement opportunities, a lack of childcare, and a lack of schedule flexibility, meaning more folks want the option to work from anywhere. All of this has led to employee experience becoming a movement across industries. Consider taking these steps as you look to redesign employee experience at your organization. First, focus on understanding the motivations and needs of your employees. Think about the amount of time and attention organizations spend trying to understand their customers' needs and preferences. Now, think about how much time they spend doing that for their own employees. There's simply not enough focus on understanding the employees, and they are the ones delivering customer experiences. You have to make them the priority if you want to see a through-line impact. Next, improve how you mentor and coach. Identify areas where employees might need additional training. Offer learning and development courses to give them the skills they need for professional growth. Mentorships can also help employees reach their highest potential. Remember, total experience recognizes how each part plays into the other. If you're not investing in your employees, your customers will notice. Next, improve existing processes. Do your employees have the right tools to be productive and to make workplace activities easy? If they don't, they need to. Take an inventory of the solutions you have in place now and ask your employees if they're working. The employee experience marketplace has exploded in recent years, so take a look at everything that's out there to help collect feedback, improve communication, and enable them to find the information that they need. The last idea for employee experience: show empathy as leaders. It's pretty much a fact that loyal employees create loyal customers. Customers, they're going to be tied to your brand because of how their experience makes them feel. Now, everyone talks about empathy, but few brands are actually committing to it. It's always mattered, but today it's imperative. It's as important as profitability because we're living in a world where customers will only buy from and employees will only work for companies that make them feel seen and understood. Moving on to customer experience. A main goal of total experience is to elevate above today's organizational problems, because what currently exists are teams and software solutions dedicated to a particular customer experience in a particular channel. They run independently of one another, and this creates silos. And silos, they're a main ingredient in a poor customer experience. Consider how your employee experience can impact your customer experience. If they're feeling overworked and underappreciated, the customer is going to pick up on that. And like I said before, the customer experience starts with the employee experience. So once you have that down to a science, you'll be in a better spot to drive customer experience outcomes. Here are a couple ideas to consider when thinking about how to reshape your customer experience program. Connect the teams that are tasked with improving customer experience and employee experience. Even though this might sound counterintuitive, these two practices are tightly related, and your coordination and collaboration needs to reflect that. By bringing in experts from other experience disciplines, you'll be able to create and sustain greater customer and employee lifetime value. It's all part of a whole, and it's only by tying these aspects together that you can make a substantial difference. These teams need to be working together toward a common goal, creating phenomenal shared experiences from customer to employee. The other idea is to move from being channel-centric to customer-centric. Customers don't think about what channel they're in, and they're no longer following a linear journey path with a defined start, center, and end. So you need to give them choice in every interaction with your brand. Instead of having a dedicated customer experience team for digital experiences and segmented teams for web, chat, voice, combine them. They all need to be connected in order to properly address these new nonlinear journeys. Moving on to the next X, user experience. Both UX and CX share a common goal of improving experiences. User experience has traditionally been viewed as a subset of customer experience. So, like in your current structure, you might have UX as part of your customer experience program, focusing on a specific digital touchpoint in a specific channel. But siloed user experience approaches, based on a traditional channel mentality, are preventing organizations from delivering a seamless digital experience to both internal and external audiences. Think about these two questions and how they relate to your organization. Are your employees enabled with the right tools and the right UX to be able to solve the customer's issue? Are your customers able to access a UX that is designed specifically to their needs so that they can be successful with resolution of their issue or inquiry in a self-service environment? To create a total experience, companies should embrace empathetic design thinking practices for both customers and employees. Understanding their mindset creates the best possible solution for their needs. Relating UX to total experience, it's actually quite simple. It's the subtle shift to creating two UX strategies, an internal one for employees and an external one for customers. UX teams should spend time with key end users in both areas to thoroughly understand what their optimal workflow is. By looking at and understanding both customer and employee interactions, the outcome will be a shared and connected experience, an optimized flow from brand to employee to customer. We've reached the final discipline, multi-experience. Creating multi-channel and omni-channel experiences has been the top priority for many brands for years now, and there's no denying they've done a lot to spur on global CX transformation. But multi-experience, it looks to evolve these practices. Omnichannel's approach, it was all about having a website, a mobile app, a chatbot, and allowing customers to get help or answers from any channel. But multi-experience is about connecting these together so users can move from one channel to another seamlessly and with context, all while still adapting the experience to each specific device or channel. Multi-experience has moved the focus from the what of technology and channels to thinking about the how, the ways people use applications and interact with a company. With MX, it's about the experience, not the channel, because, again, customers don't think about what channel they're in. They want to get answers as confidently and efficiently as possible through whatever interaction makes the most sense for them. Here are some thoughts on moving beyond omnichannel and applying a multi-experience approach across your digital customer journeys. First, you have to have tech in place that creates a seamless journey between interactions. Carrying context and allowing customers to move freely is central to adopting the strategy. Next, consider adopting Gartner's 4-step model called Sync Me, Be Me. The 4 phases assist in increasing personal and commercial information about a consumer. The first phase is Sync Me. At its lowest level, it's having the ability to sync and store personal data. Second phase is See Me, and this is all about our digital footprint. Our phones knowing our location and giving brands the ability to understand where consumers are at any given moment and where they've been to better align services and promotions for them. Third phase is Know Me. This is about connecting the dots and understanding who the user is and what they want and need, and proactively presenting that information to them. The last phase is Be Me. This is where services are acting on the user's behalf based on learned or explicit data. Okay, so if you want to see the power of multi-experience in your day-to-day life, just go order a pizza. Domino's has been super vocal in their belief that future customer interactions with brands will be completely digital. Today, more than 60% of their orders are digital, and 2/3 of them are through mobile devices. They took a customer need, which at the time was customers saying they wanted to get a pizza delivered on the beach or at a football game. And Domino's, they said, yeah, we'll deliver pizza anywhere our customers are. They built a product around that customer need. It was a super smart CX move executed in a bold way. Now today, there are over 15 different ways to order a pizza from Domino's. You can send a pizza emoji over social media, or you can order through Google Home or Amazon Alexa. They've personalized the experience for each individual customer and empowered them to order the way that they want to. And what do you know? They've doubled their market share in the process. Employee experience, customer experience, user experience, and multi-experience all make up a total experience that align customer, employee, and brand initiatives. Just as customer experience challenges companies to break down silos between channels, total experience challenges them to break down the barriers between experience management, teams, and solutions. You might be wondering what to do next. I know, I just put a lot out on the table. At Mindful, we always suggest looking at where you're most at risk and where you can make quick and meaningful impact. Those smaller, quick wins, they're almost always better than massive projects that can get pushed off. So look for those trouble areas and take steps to address them quickly. Even though total experience is a philosophy to adopt, it highlights a fact. Your brand's experiences are all connected. Each one influences the other. As you make changes and gather quick wins, you can map them back to your progress toward a holistic total experience. And if you need some help along the way, Mindful's here for you. All right, Sam, thanks so much for letting me take over your podcast for the day, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.
Props to Meghan Hussey for joining us today. You can read, watch, and listen to more on Total Experience from Mindful at getmindful.com. We publish new Snackable CX episodes every week, so be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. See you next time.